Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Dunham. I am a children's book author of these two books, The Eighth Pawn and Swat the Fly, and you can find those on eighthpawn.com or on eBay. Today I wanted to come and tell you about the 20 children's books that my kids and I have read. Well, I've read to them this Christmas season. Okay, this is what 20 children's books looks like. It's kind of a lot. And I wanted to come and tell you my top 5 from these 20 because it's a lot of reading. And some of these books, it's 20 books, but some of them are like stories within stories. And so anyway, it was just a lot of reading, and I thought you might as well benefit from this kind of homework that I've done to find the best stories. So not really a particular order, but I will say I do have one favorite out of all of them. So I'll tell you that one after these other ones. You have to wait. Okay, so first I want to tell you about 2 that are non-religious that I really like. The first one is The Christmas Giant by Steve Light. I really appreciate a lot of his books. He's a great illustrator. He has cute words for kids. This book is about a giant and an elf, and it's their job to make the wrapping paper for Santa. I think at Christmastown is what they call it in this book instead of North Pole. So they're in Christmastown, they make wrapping paper, they love their job. This one particular year, they make it their job to grow the Christmas tree for Christmastown. And so they're having so much fun doing that. And they do such a good job, and they trim it to perfection. And when they have it all ready, they're so excited, and they go to bring it to display it and put it up. And as they bring it, they get tired, it's a lot of work, and they fall asleep, only it drifts away on a piece of ice. And when they wake up, it's gone. So they're disappointed, but you know, they have to figure something out, and so they love wrapping paper, and that's their job. So what they end up doing is making a tree completely out of the resources that they have, which is wrapping paper and gift wrap and bows and things. And it turns out to be the tree that everyone likes the best tree ever. Even Santa thought so. So it's a happy, sweet little story. Okay, there's that one. Okay, here's the other one that's non-religious. It's called The Little Bell That Wouldn't Ring. It's a Christmas story by Heike Conradi, illustrated by Maja Dusikova. Okay, so this is a story about these bells up here in some bell tower. And these 3 bells have been there a long time, and they ring their regular rings that they do every year. And the kids like to listen to that. The biggest bell had a fat golden tummy, and it said dong dong ba-dong dong. But that's nothing, said the silver bell. Bing bong bong, bing bong bong, bing bong bong. And the bronze bell sang dingy dongy, dingy dongy. Okay, but the little bell wouldn't ring. Well, there's a pigeon in this story who wants the little bell to ring. And so the pigeon tries to figure out what sweet words it might be able to say to the little bell to make the little bell ring. So it searches everywhere. And it goes through a lot of things, but, come here. Sorry, motherhood. Anyway, it can't find the words that will make the little bell ring. It hears like lovely words like I love you, and it sees how someone on the street like lights up from hearing that. And so it tries to tell the bell I love you, and the little bell won't ring. So eventually, I'm just gonna cut to the chase and spoil this one for you. Eventually, the little bell hears the words peace on earth. And that is what makes the little bell ring. So a peace on earth Christmas story right there. Who doesn't want peace on earth, right? Okay, so now I have 2 religious ones. This one's called Room for Little One, A Christmas Story. And it just goes on about, it's just a sweet little simple story for your younger kids. It starts out, it was a cold winter's night. Kind ox lay in his stable, close to the side of the inn. Old dog came by, he stopped and looked into the stable. I need somewhere to rest, said old dog. Come inside, kind ox said. There's always room for a little one here. And so the book goes on where people need a place, well, where animals, I should say, need a place to rest. And they all come to the stable one by one. And they're all there until at the end, Mary and Joseph need a place. And they can't find one, but Let's see, where will my baby be born? Asked Mary. Come inside, kind ox called to tired donkey. There's always room for a little one here. Okay, so they go in. And then it says, let me get you the last little bit here because I like the way it ends. The cold winter's night, beneath the star's light, a little one came to the world. Oh, that cold winter's night, beneath the star's light, a little one came to the world. So it is good for your little child because they can relate to this one a little bit more and kind of understand a little bit about the true Christmas story there. Okay, and this one I have featured in another one of my reviews, The Top Secret Truth About Santa Claus, written by C.C. Bloom, illustrated by Jonathan Amin. This is an independently published book, so you're helping out someone's small business when you buy this book. This one tells about the history a little bit of Christmas and St. Nicholas and how Santa Claus came to be. So if you have a child that is kind of nearing that age where they're ready to know, or maybe they already know and you just want them to kind of learn the history about St. Nicholas and who that truly was, this is a nice book to check out. And I'll leave you a link for that one below. The other ones I'm sure will be easier to find since they're traditionally published. Okay, and this one, you guys, this is my favorite. It's mostly not like, let's put it this way, it's not super religious, but it is a little. So it's called Christmas Day in the Morning by Pearl S. Buck, illustrated by Mark Buhner. So this book was written back in 1955. And hold on, let me figure out what to do with him. My arm's getting tired. Let's try it this way. It's written back in 1955. And it's this sweet story about a father and his son. And they live on a little farm. And they have tons of chores to do. And the dad is always waking up his 15-year-old son to go and do the chores with him. They wake up at like 5 in the morning. Something crazy early like that. And the son doesn't enjoy it, that they're poor and the work has to be done. So there's no getting around it. And the father feels bad, he tells his wife. He feels bad that he has to wake him up to help. And she's like, well, it has to be done, you know, we need the help. And there's no getting around it. So it happens every morning. And it even talks a little bit here. It says, it talks about Jesus and the wise men. So that's where it kind of gets religious in the middle. And then it kind of goes back to the story. And I guess, you guys, this story actually made me cry when I read it to my kids at the end because I just felt, it was just so sweet. Because what happens is the 15-year-old boy wants to give his dad something. And so he doesn't know what to give him since they're so poor. And so what he does is he decides to wake up early. And he decides that he's gonna do all of the chores for his dad before his dad even wakes up. And so on Christmas morning, when the dad gets ready he was gonna let his son sleep in a little bit before they do the chores. And so his son actually had time to wake up super early and run and do all the chores and get back into bed as if he had been sleeping the whole time. And the father came to wake him up. And anyway, his father found out that all the chores had been done. And it was just like this special moment where he had been given the best gift he had ever been given. And in the end, it talks about, like, let me just read you the last page, okay? It says, oh, what a Christmas, and how his heart had nearly burst again with shyness and pride as his father told his mother and made the younger children listen about how he, Rob, had got up all by himself. The best Christmas gift I ever had, and I'll remember it, son, every year on Christmas morning, so long as I live. They had both remembered it, and now that his father was dead, he remembered it alone. That blessed Christmas dawn, when along with the cows in the barn, he had made his first gift of true love. So, a gift of true love. So sweet. I love this one. Anyway, so those are my top 5. This one, and then these 4 in no particular order. So check them out. Check them out at your library. Check them out online. Maybe you want to buy them, add them to your collection. But yeah, have a good time reading Christmas stories with your little ones. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And yeah, if this was at all helpful to you, then please like and subscribe to show me a little bit of love. And I'll come and review more books later on. Till then.